What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another EU4 32 Tech time lapse, and today we have got a 32 Tech Persia, but not just Persia. And yes, this is Persia, as you can tell by the Persian green. It's gonna say Ajam, but that's just the time lapse doing weird time lapse things. So we are doing a 32 Tech Zoroastrian Persian playthrough, just to see what happens. I love these 32 Tech time lapses because you do something in one place and it changes the world somewhere else. So with that, let's take a look at this and see what we got. Early on, we've got pretty rapid expansion from Persia as they're taking those territories that you would expect them to take. They're sort of forming that Persian empire that, to be completely honest, we've all come to know and love, and that actually appears quite often in Paradox games. Morocco is just ripping through Western Africa. That is, wow. They looked at the Europeans and said, nope, I am not touching that. We do have Portuguese and English expansion in South America. They are going the colonizer route. And Ajam just cut Russia off from Siberia. They went north. We have Bahamas. They have managed to unify most of India. Is that going to matter with a super Persia next to them? I don't know. Ming has done the Ming explosion, which honestly happens so much more often now than it used to. What just happened? Oh my goodness, I missed that super Austria forming the Holy Roman Empire. Goodness, that was crazy. Iroquois doing good in North America. I love that Lubeck is not part of the Holy Roman Empire. They're just doing their own thing up in Scandinavia. And then we also have Bohemia there also. The Oirat right now is ripping into China. That's interesting. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. We've got the Holy Roman Empire, Persia, and Yuan. These formables, I love this, absolutely love this. Morocco also has turned on the Portuguese and has managed to take southern Portugal. Russia is just completely regretting their life decisions. And Castile, recognizing that they kind of missed out on the colonial game, although they did take chunks of Africa and they take Australia, they have now just gone and started colonizing Siberia. That Yuan is beautiful, actually. Those borders are fantastic. The Holy Roman Empire continues to expand, actually just now releasing Greece. That's not a country we see very often, but the colors of Greece, that blue, absolutely beautiful. It just popped in, popped out, popped in, popped out. Holy Roman Empire is having a little bit of trouble holding their country together while they are just absorbing and releasing, absorbing and releasing. Got to love what governing capacity will do to the AI. They just do not know how to handle it. Persia does seem to be falling a little bit as they get hit by the Holy Roman Empire and Yuan on both sides. And you know what? If our Persia, our 32 Tech Super Persia was to fall, who better to fall to than Yuan and the Holy Roman Empire? I mean, I'm here for it. Also, that Morocco, that's great. That is a gigantic Morocco that just said, Morocco? No, we're Africa. That is great. Australia just got its independence, and the Isleta actually doing a really good job of just being that long country down the west coast of North America, and then taking northern, southern South America. Northern South America. I feel like that's a oxymoron right there. Bengal is doing its best job of holding off Yuan, and Yuan is just going and taking the Castilian West Siberian territories. I do believe that Castile inherited Britain, so that's interesting. I'm pretty sure they're probably just going to flee to the British Isles and do, well, what England always does, which is, well, flee to the British Isles and not do anything else. Morocco continues to expand, and the Holy Roman Empire, they're just struggling to hold their country together. The Ottomans have come back. I believe that they were released, and they appear to be expanding on their own right now. And that is going to bring us to the end of what has got to be one of the most bizarre time lapses that I've done. A powerful Iroquois, the Holy Roman Empire existing, Spain in England, Morocco being Africa, and Yuan just sort of doing Yuan and conquering a lot of Asia, but also giving most of China to Bengal. Also, New Setonia formed. That's pretty cool. I like the Kilwa just sort of looked at Morocco taking Africa and said, we're just gonna bounce to Madagascar. Also, I do want to point out, Persia does still exist. They're not in Persia anymore, and they only kind of exist, but Persia does exist, so that's something. If you're English, I do recommend for you to look away for this portion of the video. That is Castilian Britain, and there's nothing you can do about it. I love when Nusantara forms. That purple is just beautiful. I might have to do a 32 tech time lapse for Nusantara, because I just love that purple, and getting that all over the map is just, it's great. I just want that. I like that Yuan basically kicked Korea out of Korea, so Korea went to Japan and said, you're ours now, and then colonized Siberia, because that makes sense. Also, Portugal's here, and Jinzhou. So France existing on this random island in the South Pacific has got to be my favorite part about this time lapse. Religiously, the biggest surprise is this is a Protestant Holy Roman Empire. Zoroastrian is still there, but they've had better days. Much, much better days. Actually, no, this is probably about their best day, because normally they don't exist, so you're welcome, Zoroastrian. Culturally, the biggest surprise that I'm seeing is that really dominant Romanian. It seems like when the Holy Roman Empire expanded, that was their go-to, really pushing that Romanian culture. Dynastically, we've got the Von Tolets leading the Holy Roman Empire, Koros leading Yuan, and then a large Myrinid. Myrinid is Morocco, Adal, Bengal, Lusitania. That is quite the dynasty. Developmentally, honestly, this is surprising for a time lapse that went 1,500 years to not see really one place dominant. We do have Win with 331 development, but most of the rest of the world is sitting at 20, 30, 40 development. And finally, our great powers of the world. We've got the Holy Roman Empire with 17,000 development, Bengal with 8,000, Morocco with 7,000, Yuan with 4,700, the Iroquois closely behind with 4,700, Isleta with 4,458, Nusantara with 2,873, and Adal closing up in that 8th spot with 1,913. Thank you guys so much for watching this time lapse. If you're new here, do make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and honestly, if you're not new here and you haven't yet, it really does help with the algorithm, with getting these videos seen by more people. So if you're enjoying them, if you want these videos to come out more often, do make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hey, if you're still here, I've got a little bit of surprise. Normally I put these videos out twice a week, but you know what? This is going to be a fun week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Reath out.